Good morning, children. Today we will be revising our portions for our test, which is lesson number 3 and lesson number 4. Lesson number 3 is matter. So first we will see the definition for matter. Matter can be defined as anything that has mass and occupies space. Okay. So first we will see the properties of the matter. First property is matter has mass. So we have an experiment or an activity to say that matter has mass. Okay. Then the next property is matter occupies space. Okay. Here we have this balloon experiment where we blow air into the balloon and show that this matter which is occupying the space. Okay. Then coming to the next topic, which is composition of matter. So this is where we are going to talk or define what is an atom, what is an element, what is a molecule, and what is a compound. Okay. So the composition of the matter, that is what is matter made up of. This matter is made up of a smallest particle. Okay, the smallest particle which is called as atom. So the atom is also defined as the basic unit of an element. The basic unit of an element is called as atom, and the properties of the element are all the same as the properties of the atom. That is what we say, atoms retain the properties, okay, of their respective elements. Okay. Then coming to molecules. Molecules is when two or more atoms combine, they form molecules. Okay. Say at your home you are a girl or you are a boy alone. Whereas when you come to the 7th standard or 6th standard class, we will be calling you as children. That is, two or more boys or two or more girls will be forming the plural form, which is called as children. Here, similar way, when two or more atoms are combining, we call them as molecules. Okay. So the molecules are made up of atoms of same kind or of different kinds. Okay. Now, the molecules formed from atoms of different kinds are called compounds. So when different types of atoms or from different elements we are taking the atoms, then we call them as compounds. Okay. Then the intermolecular distance and the intermolecular force. The distance is is it not? The space between the two molecules. So what is this intermolecular distance? The distance between the molecules of the substance is called as intermolecular distance. Now we are going to see what is intermolecular force. So the force which is holding the molecules, that is keeping the molecules at their places, okay, or which is holding the molecules together, is called the intermolecular force. And then this is a very, very important point. The stronger the intermolecular force, that is, if the force is strong, that means the distance is less. Okay. The force is strong, so the distance will be less. Now coming to the states of matter, here we are going to discuss the 3 states of matter, the solids, liquids and the gases. And finally we will be concluding the properties of the 3 states of matter. Okay. So first thing here we should know that water will be boiling at 100 degrees Celsius. Okay. And then it will be, water is cooled to 0 degrees Celsius, then it will be converted to ice. This much you should know as for 1 mark. Then coming to the solids. So what are the arrangements? First is, look at the solid. The solid is nothing but a substance with definite shape and volume. Definite shape and volume. So that is why it is called a solid. Solid, you can give any examples in and around yourself. Coming to the arrangement of molecules. The arrangement of molecules in solids is very, very close. Okay. The molecules are very, very closely packed. That means the distance is very, very less. If the distance is less, the intermolecular force will be very, very large. So that is why we get the fixed shape of the solids. Fixed shape means if the chair is like this, it will be like that only. The box is there, the box is in a rectangular shape, it will be in rectangular shape only. You cannot change the shape. Okay, now coming to the properties of the solids. The molecules in a solid are tightly packed. Then the solids have a definite shape and volume. Then solids are hard and rigid. They are not easily compressible and they do not diffuse. Diffuse means they cannot move. Why? There is no space at all to move if they are all very closely packed. Now coming to liquids. Liquid definition is the substance which has definite volume but no definite shape. So that is why it is called a liquid. And in this place you have to discuss or you have to define the meaning of diffusion. Diffusion is the movement of molecules from a region of higher concentration to a region of lower concentration is called diffusion. Then we are seeing the arrangement of molecules in the liquids. Is it not? How are they arranged? See, they are not very closely packed. They are slightly loosely packed. Okay, so only the liquids we are able to compress a little. Okay, they are not rigid and hard like solids. And this is one of the reasons why liquids can flow. Flow means from higher region to lower region you can move the molecules. Okay, so the properties of the liquids. First one, the molecules are loosely packed and so they don't have a definite shape but only have a definite volume. Then liquids are compressible and they can diffuse and they can flow from a higher level to a lower level. Coming to the gases. Gases, simple example, the air we fill in the balloon or the air we fill in the cycle tire, all will come under the examples for the gases. Coming to the arrangement of molecules in the gases. Here the molecules are very loosely packed. There is so much of space between the molecules, so the intermolecular force will be less. Okay, so the molecules in the gas are more loosely packed. Coming to the properties, first thing is the molecules are very loosely packed, and the second one is they don't have a definite shape or they don't have a definite volume, and gases can diffuse rapidly. Rapidly means very easily. Okay, and then gases can be compressed to a high extent. And here when both liquids and gases are called fluids because they are the only states of matter which can flow. Flow means from higher region to a lower region. Okay. Coming to the this table. This table we have discussed. This is one of the detailed answer. Okay, I have given this answer in the word format. Okay. This is easy to remember if you keep it in the form of this table itself. So first one is arrangement of the molecules for solid, liquid and gas. It will be tightly packed, loosely packed, very loosely packed. All these points are very important. Okay, intermolecular distance, then the force, then the shape, then the volume, then the ability to flow and the diffusion. All these 6 points are very important for your detailed answer. Okay, then and coming to the exercises. The atom is a basic unit of an element. The molecules of the water are more tightly packed than the molecules of oxygen. See, the water is a liquid, oxygen is a gas. Okay, we saw in gases the molecules are loosely packed. Here they are comparing the liquid to that of the gas. The first thing they are written as liquid. So liquid is compared with gas. So you should write more tightly packed. Okay. Whereas if they have asked the other way around, you should write loosely packed. You should be very careful when you are writing this answer. Then the stronger the intermolecular force, the shorter is the intermolecular distance. Then the liquids have weaker intermolecular force between their molecules than the solids. Here the liquids are being compared to the solids in respect to intermolecular force. Okay. Then coming to the effect of heat on matter. So what is this? Two concepts, expansion and contraction. Expansion, when you heat, the solids will be expanding. Okay. So solids expansion is very less compared to that of the liquids and that of the gases. Similarly, contraction, the solids will be the very least and the liquids will be little more and the gases will be very more. Okay, so the definitions are given here and the corresponding examples are being discussed. Okay. Then the changes of matter from what is melting? Melting is solid is converted to liquid. Then vaporization. Liquid is converted to the gas. Okay. At normal temperature. If it is boiling, that is at boiling point, it will be converting the liquid to the gas. Condensation from liquid to, from gas to liquid. That is on cooling. Then coming to freezing. What is this freezing? So in this diagram they have shown that is the solid is converted to liquid on melting, liquid is converted to gas on vaporization, and the reverse process, that is the gas is cooled, that is called condensation to form the liquid, and the liquid is again cooled, that is called as freezing to form the solid state. That is what the definitions for freezing will show. Now coming to sublimation. What is happening in sublimation? The solid is directly converted to the gas. Okay, the solid is directly converted to the gas without passing through the liquid state. Without passing through the liquid state. So that is why it is called as sublimation. And then we are going to talk about physical change and chemical change. Physical change, only the physical properties will be changing. Okay. Whereas the chemical change, the chemical properties also will change, where new products are formed. Okay. And then there is no getting back the original substance. We cannot get back the original substance. Okay. Then they are irreversible and permanent in change. The changes are permanent. And energy is always produced in the form of heat or light. Okay. So we see the examples of cooking the food, burning of the log of fire. Okay. Then we are going to see the exercises now. Okay. First one. Which of the following has a definite volume but no definite shape? It should be a liquid. So we go for oil. Then the gases occupy all the available space because their molecules are loosely packed. Okay, the process in which a gas converts into liquid is called as condensation. Then fermentation is an example for chemical change. Okay, heating makes the particles of the substance become loosely arranged. The jammed metal cap of a glass bottle can be easily opened by heating the cap. Next, fill in the blanks. Two or more atoms combine to form the molecule. The process of conversion of liquids into solids upon cooling is called freezing. And then the chemical property of the substance changes. It is called as chemical change. The molecules of the substance move apart during expansion. Then the substances decrease in size on cooling. The gases can be compressed and can be stored in cylinders. True. The process of conversion of solids into liquids, upon heating is called vaporization. No, the solids into liquids is not called vaporization. It is called melting. Substances increase in size on heating. True. The rusting of the iron is an example for chemical change. True. Then sublimation is an example of physical change. True. Then the iron becomes soft on cooling. This is also true. Then you can complete this table. Then examples for condensation, sublimation, chemical change, expansion, contraction. Condensation, the dew on the grass. Sublimation, camphor, burning of the camphor. Chemical change, burning of the paper. Expansion, heating milk. Okay. Contraction, cooling a boiled milk. Okay. These are all the examples. Okay. Now coming to the next lesson. The lesson water. Water, we saw that 71% of the earth's surface is covered with water. Okay, but still 97% of that water is in oceans and seas. Only 3% of water available is fresh water. Okay, the fresh water is mostly frozen in glaciers. Okay, so our other fresh water is found below the ground or in the lakes or in the rivers or streams. So now we know the uses of water. Coming to the sources of water, main source is the rainwater, and then surface water and the groundwater. Rainwater, it will be coming from the rain and it will be falling on the surface, and then it will be going down, or through the ground into the groundwater, or it can evaporate. Then coming to the surface water, it is on the surface of the earth in the form of rivers, streams, lakes, ponds. Then the runoff water is nothing but the rainwater that is flowing over the ponds, rivers can flow off. That is called runoff water. And then the groundwater, the rainwater which is seeping into the soil is called the rainwater, and the seepage of the rainwater through the surface of the soil is called infiltration, and below the ground level you have the water table, and the water table is referred to as aquifer. The aquifer refers to the groundwater stored between the hard and rocky layers. Then water is the universal solvent which is used to dissolve almost all the things. And then we are seeing soluble and insoluble. If it is dissolvable in water, it is called soluble. If it is not, then it is called insoluble, like sand, chalk powder, etc. Now we are going to define what is solubility. The property of the given substance to dissolve in the given liquid is called solubility. Then the solution in which no more solute can be added is called the saturated solution. And if more solute can be added, then it is called as unsaturated solution. Conditions affecting are temperature, size of the solute, chemical properties, and the stirring. Temperature, when you heat, you can increase the solubility, whereas size of the solute, when the size increases, solubility decreases. Stirring, you can keep on dissolving using stirring, and the chemical properties also will matter when it comes to solubility. You know how to conserve water, because water is very, very important. And what is water pollution? That is, we are going to pollute the water and make it unfit for drinking and our usage. So how is all done? By domestic waste, industrial waste, sewage, agricultural waste, acid rain, thermal pollution, and oil spill. And effects of water pollution, what are all the effects? All these things will cause first effect to human beings, and then for all the aquatic animals and plants. Then how are we going to prevent water pollution? Strict laws and treatment of all the waste water before letting off into the rivers and streams, and modern irrigation methods like drip and sprinkler, and using biodegradable fertilizer. Then coming to the conservation of water, how we are going to conserve, you should learn this, because this is a very, very important question, and the rain harvesting also. Then coming to the exercises. So first one, ocean water, example for surface water. It is not a fresh water, it is not groundwater, or it is a potable water also. Then the level below the soil is saturated water is called water table. Then which of the following factors does not affect the solubility of the solute? Color of the solute. Then which of the following is not a cause of water pollution? UV rays. Identify the method that helps to prevent water pollution. Use of biodegradable fertilizers. Then which of the following is not a method for proper water management? Construction of water parks. Then dash water is the primary source of water, rainwater. The ability of the substance to dissolve in a given liquid is called solubility. Acid rain contains oxides of sulfur. The sudden variation of the temperature is called thermal shock. The smaller component present in the solution is referred to as the solute. True or false? All the water found on the earth's surface is suitable for drinking? False. The seepage of the rainwater through the surface of the soil is called infiltration. The rate of the solubility increases with the increase in temperature? False. The solution in which no more solute is added is called saturated solution? True. Eutrophication indicates a water solution of water source is pollution free. False. Water pollution can be reduced by treating the sewage before letting off into the water bodies. True. And I have given all the question answers in the Word document which I have sent in the WhatsApp. If you have any doubts, you can ask in the group Okay, if you are missing out on the notes or the classworks, please message in the group so that I can send it. Okay, you can start learning for your exam. All the best, children.